Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm time for you series videos I've been doing for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I was just let down pretty severely by a drink that I just reviewed. Hopefully this next one can offer up some solace. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And that's not the case. I actually picked this item up a few days ago. Although it was after work, I suppose. So, technicality as it were. And it was one of those things where I saw it and I was like, didn't I review this already? But then I went over there, looked it up. It's like, oh, no. Excuse me. Okay, I guess they've extended the line. So, what am I reviewing for you folks? What are we doing here? Happens to be, boom, it's from Powerade, part of their extra sour line. This is their Cherry Kicker sports drink. Now, they came out with their extra sour stuff some months back, and I reviewed like the first batch of flavors that they had. I forget what they were off the top of my head, but I've reviewed them all. They are all on my channel if you're interested. But looks like they came out with 3 new flavors, and this is the first one I'm going to review. So, let's get a thing for the thing here. It's wet. I'll just go. Let's give it a go. Yeah, I just got through reviewing this Griffin Ginger Beer. Go watch that review if you want to see a very, very disappointed Brandon Wenzel. Although I did get to talk about Suikoden 3, so that made me happy. I don't get to do that often these days. Smells like a cherry sports drink. Let's give it a go. Well, that got me to pucker. Okay. Alright. Now here's the thing. I love cherry as a flavor. It's like one of my favorite flavors. Not as much as I love pineapple, but it's up there. Sour is not my favorite sensation, but used appropriately, I can get down with it. I love hot and sour soup. In fact, I was mad at myself for forgetting last time I went out to a Chinese buffet, I wanted to end on a nice bowl of hot and sour soup, and I just gorged myself a bit too much before that, and I just couldn't make it happen. Not without sitting there for too long and, making people look at me funny. So, yeah, but sour just by itself is not usually my favorite thing. And I'm actually not big on sour cherry. Back when I was a kid, we actually had cherry trees in my house, sort of by my house, on the property, as it were. And they were all sour cherries and not very tasty. It's got a little something to it. Now, here's the thing. I actually like cherry Powerade. So the flavor is actually very familiar to me. It's just that plus some sour in the middle. I don't really think the sour adds to the flavor. Like, the flavor itself is pretty much just what you expect from cherry Powerade. It really is just a sensation. So the drink itself is familiar to me and not unpleasant in that regard. It's just that in the middle of it, there's just this sort of striking sour sensation. And while it does make me pucker up a little bit, it's not like crazy sour. It's not like, like Warhead sour or anything like that. It just kind of hits you. It holds for a couple seconds, and then it passes by. And then after that, you're just kind of left with a, okay tasting sports drink. So, You can, you can you can delay the sour taste if you keep drinking, because you keep getting that sweetness to kind of replenish it. But once you stop, that's when it just becomes this rolling wave of sourness. It just wouldn't go away, and it was like, stop. I'm sorry. I tried to cheat the system. The system won. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, that got me a little bit. I mean, look, I don't know what to think about these Powerade extra sour things. I don't know if they're intended to be like, you're supposed to take them seriously as flavors, or if they're strictly a gimmick or what. I really don't know. Because, again, like, the flavors, for the most part, are just Powerade flavors. They're fine. Woo Powerade. The sour aspect of them feels more like a gimmick to me than it really does like an actual addition to any of the flavors. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with having... Oh. That was a mix of this drink, the ginger beer, and the McDonald's that I had a little bit earlier. Whew. That was not a great flavor. Back down you go. Yeah, okay. I mean, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Probably not, and sure. For me personally, I've tried the gimmick, right? That's what this is about. It has to be more about the gimmick than anything. I've tried the gimmick. I've had it. I don't mind it, I guess. Like, I don't think it's a bad drink, but it's also not anything that I would just drink for the hell of it. Because, like, again, sour is not my go-to. I like sour, like I love a lemonade that has some nice bite to it, but there needs to be, a balance, and it needs to feel cohesive in the entire drink. With this, the sourness doesn't feel cohesive, it feels inserted. That's what she said. Yes, I did just do that, because fuck it. How often do you get the opportunity? I'm just saying. But yeah, so it's not a bad thing, but I have no interest in going back to it. I've had it once, it's fine. I'm good. But if I'm recommending it, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. For one thing, I always, I understand that some people might enjoy that sour aspect more than I do. Because again, like for me, it's very particular. And I know there's lots of people who genuinely like sour. I mean, Sour Patch Kids, sour gummy worms, all that shit. I don't go down for any of that stuff. That's just none of my, because again, I don't like the sour stuff. This might fit a specific type of person. Plus, there is the added sort of aspect of, again, it's a little bit gimmicky, it's a little bit fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, while I wouldn't go back for it, I do think it's something at least worth trying. The sour aspect of it isn't anything overly abrasive. It's not, again, crazy sour. And the flavor itself is decent. Again, it's a cherry sports drink, It's not great, but it's certainly serviceable. So, for the lulz, sure. And if you're somebody who really enjoys sour stuff, it might be something to go for. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of your week. Monumental rest of your month. Stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there yourselves a truly hot and sour soup-tastic rest of your life. Because now that's on my brain, and it's like, Brandon, get some hot and sour soup. Maybe I'll do that for lunch. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, What's your favorite Suikoden game? Screw it. Maybe I'll transition away from doing food reviews, since right now I'm getting like crap for views anyway. Maybe I'll just become a Suikoden vlog series. Maybe that's what I'll do. What's your favorite JRPG? Suikoden isn't my favorite JRPG series, but I do think it's one of the best, to be sure. Especially in terms of overall quality. Like, yeah, it has peaks and valleys. Suikoden 4 wasn't great. But Suikoden 5 was good. So, let me know, though. I think for me personally, man, I love 3. I know a lot of people think 2 is the best, and 2 is great. But for me, it's probably between 3 and 1. 1 just has like it's all new, and it's a whole new system, and I love Suikoden 1. That's a game I can always go back and play. But let me know your thoughts. Anyway.